Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know I'm a few days early to show my finished pages, but I have some time. I'm alone right now, so I thought I just grab the opportunity to film, because the past month and also a little bit of the previous month, so October, I got into my coloring vibe again, and so I have 13 finished pages to show. I just have laid these 3 books down so that you didn't have to see my table protector. These are my swatch books for the pencils, the wet media, and these are is a book with test pages, or if I want to scribble or try out something. So without further ado, I'm going to jump straight in, and the first picture that I want to show is one in a very cheap children's coloring book bought at my favorite discount store, Action. I recently bought this because there were a few pictures that I didn't see before, and there were some Halloween inspired ones, so I just thought that that was great. And one of the Halloween inspired ones was this one. Now the paper is super thin, but nevertheless it's buckly. You can see it, it's quite buckly, but I've worked with neo colors straight on the paper, so no gesso applied, and as you can see, it accepted the media very well. Her clothing and her shoes, and even, yes, all of her clothing is I think Albrecht Dürer watercolors with a little bit of shading to give it more a poppy look. The pumpkin, I have to think, maybe Prisma or Holbein, can't remember exactly, and I don't think that I've used glitter, which is very strange for me, no, but yeah, since she was walking around with her pumpkin, there was nothing too fancy about it, so I left the stickles or the glitter away. But yeah, I'm very happy with how the pumpkin turned out. I'm happy with the page in total, but the pumpkin is really, I love that shiny look there, so happy with this one. The next one is quite a simple one, but it was a joy to work on, and it's on the darker, or on the one of the pages with a dark or a black background. So I've used my Holbeins for this one. Going to try and focus again. I always have to do my focus manually because I'm following it by phone. And here I have a bit of glitter in the center of the little flowers, and that's all. And on the eyes of the birds. These are also stickles, so you can see it a little bit. Very simple page, but it was very relaxing, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. And I decided not to do anything special with the background. It was just okay colored in, and it didn't need any extra details for my feeling. So that was Luna. Then I did some simple coloring, mindless coloring, just using markers and a bit of other media. And so I've colored this one. At least I think I've used markers, yes. It has been since the beginning of November, I think, that I've done this one. So it's always trying to remember what I used exactly, because I don't write down my media anymore. It's too time consuming, and I'm not taking a look at those papers again. I did it in the past and I'm just not looking at it again, so why do it? So yeah. The background is done with stamps, like, how do they call them? From Ranger, the distress ink, but it's just ink. It's just ink, no distress, because it's very cheap ink. But it didn't turn out quite as well, so I went on top with some Neocolor too, so that it became a bit, yeah, special or more poppy. Have I colored? I don't think that I've used something on the bag she's sitting in. Maybe I did some watercoloring and I did my pencil work on top, but I'm quite happy with how it turned out. And as for glitter, I've used, now it's a bit visible on the back where she's sitting in, and around her I've used some glitter materials. Here on this page is cheap paint with glitter, and on this balloon and the back it's jelly roll, the transparent one. So now it's hardly visible, but if you move the page then you have these extra details, and I really like that effect. So very plain, simple coloring, but it was fun and yeah, nice one to do. I'm sorry. Next one is another Cherry Baldi picture, and it's this one. I'm fairly okay with this one, but I'm not a huge fan because I had imagined myself coloring the girl and the dragon in autumn colors, but I don't know what happened, but I made him pink and a bit purple, or her. I'm very happy with my little girl. I wanted to do a darker skin, and I really think she's super cute. But yeah, the dragon doesn't fit the rest of the page, and definitely not the background, but the coloring itself, it's nice. I did use some glitter as well. Trying to show you. Maybe I'm going to do an experiment and put on my daylight lamp. Is this better? It's a bit better for the glitter purpose. As you can see, the cups are glittery. Of course, the hat, a lot of stickles. The ribbons are done with a glitter pen, but it's hardly visible even with the light on. But at least we can enjoy the shimmering on her tail here, and that's done with a kind of glitter glue that I also bought in my discount shop. It's called Glitter Drops 3D, and it indeed not on this page because I really tried to lay it down quite flat, but it has a bit of a volume if you put it on your page. Now I must say they don't smell nice, and it takes a while to dry, but I really liked. I have bought a few. I think I've bought all of them that are available. They have a lot of lovely details in the glitter, and yeah, they were super cheap. So I think I have 8 or 10. I don't know how much they have done already. Here you can see a little bit of blue glitter in the purple. So yeah, I'm going to turn the light back off. So that was this one. And then I've tackled a whip. I started months and months ago in Midnight Masquerade by Hannah Carlson, and I finally finished it. Look at the buckling of the page. I'm so sorry that Mus Publications isn't doing a translation. It's weird to say for a crawling book, but you know what I mean. It's so annoying that the Dutch edition isn't coming, because the other paper is so much better for water. But okay, I'm very happy with the Gibbs Smith's edition as well, but I don't like how the paper buckles. But yeah, nothing to do about that, I'm afraid, or I have to buy the Swedish one. But in the past I've learned that the Swedish paper isn't my cup of tea either, so yeah. Plus, okay, now the Book Depository has the Hannah Carlson's books as well, but it's for me always more convenient to be able to buy them on Amazon, so that's why I purchase the English ones over there. So okay, back to the page. It took quite a while, and I've put it aside because I did the page with a base layer of gesso, and I don't use the right tool to put down the gesso on the page, and so afterwards it's becoming very annoying to color in over the picture itself, and I was so that I decided to put it aside. But yeah, since my coloring vibe turned back in full force, I decided to pick it up and give it another try. I'm going to try and make it a bit visible. There's glitter going on. There's some there's some metallic paint going on this page as well, as you can see. I'm really happy with my gold look. I don't know how I've done it. I don't know which pencils I've used and what the color combo is, but I like it. I hope I can redo it once again. So I'm very happy with the result and how they fit together. I'm going to grab my card from the publisher again. Oh, what's this card doing here? Because it's the English one, and I have my card from the Mus Publishing, so I've put it in the wrong book, I think. Okay, so very happy with how this turned out. Yeah, the clothing I did with Caran d'Ache Supracolor, and went a bit on top with Pablo pencil, but not too much. This is pure stickle because it was such a lot of work, and white gel pen, white Signo. So yeah, that was Midnight Masquerade. And then we are going to take a look at Seasons. This is the Swedish edition, and I have a stain of some paint here. So that's why I don't like the paper. I think I don't like the Swedish paper as much as the Mus one, but okay, where was my, yeah, here it is. In 2017 I did this page with a black kitty and a purple background, and so I decided to do the same on the next page, so also make it a little bit matching. And so I've chosen a dark kitty or a black kitty again, and I had started coloring in fur, but it was looking dramatically. It was so ugly, so I decided to work with Inktense, with the black Inktense, and try to make it look better, and I succeeded. I really like how the kitty turned out. I've used some Kuretake paint and went on top with some glossy accents, only on the green book. I've used some gold paint, and I've used some glitter glue and a lot of white gel pen, as you can see. I think I've used some glitter on the bottles as well. There's no page by me that hasn't got any stickles except for the Cinderella page, because I'm totally crazy with glitter. I hope you don't hear that car alarm. There's a car alarm going off right now outside. The next page, a Tattoo Darlings one. I was really pumped to do one of these again. And this time I've chosen for this lady. I must admit I didn't do much of an Halloween inspired coloring this time around. Only my pumpkin Cinderella is one, I think. This border is also from that 3D. I hope it's a bit visible. It has a bit of a... Can I focus? No, it's a bit difficult, but here it's a little bit of a border. And as you heard, when I opened the book, it was a bit sticky. Now, lucky enough, it doesn't tear the paper from this side on that page, but you must watch out where to use it in. So, but so far I don't have had any accidents. Now this girl has a base layer of markers. Everything is marker based. Her top is washi tape. Her glasses are Pentel Dual Sparkle Pop. A lot of stickles on her collar here. And her hair has a lot of nice shimmer, and that's caused by this bottle. My body spray, very cheap. I don't use it on my body, I just use it, I've bought it for my colorings, and it's shimmer and glitter in silver. And I also have the gold one, of course from my favorite discounter, and that's what caused her hair to shine. And I'm very happy with how she turned out. And the background is a base layer of acrylic paint with a metallic paint on top of it. So very happy with how this one turned out as well. The next book, another WIP that I had going on, and I finally had the courage to tackle it, and it's this one. Now I've not copied the real picture, I just followed a bit of the contouring here for my tree to see where I had to put some darker lines. I've used my Boku Undo paints. That's those are paints that are black based. So you have black green, black brown, black red. They're all very muted colors, and I thought these were perfect. They resemble a bit like the Kuretake paints. They're quite thick, but I really like how I could work in the book with them. So I've also changed the colors of her jacket, and then I made it, it's more it's not really autumnal looking, but yeah, I like it anyway, and I'm happy that it's finished. I'm going to lift it a bit so that you can see a little bit of glitter here on her jacket. I did mess up her face a little bit, but from far it's not visible. And it was super tiny and very difficult to go around with paint, so yeah, happy with the result. I have to see that these books are not falling. I'm laying them down on my chair. Okay, next page. I've done in the Imaginary Friends coloring book by Karolina Kubikowska. And it was a very simple one, but it was one that I would never have thought to color in, because the object is not really my cup of tea. But once I saw it now, I immediately got an idea of what I wanted to do with it, and so I did, and I had a lot of fun working on it. So it's a dream catcher, and I immediately knew that I wanted it in blues and grays. So that's what I did. Very happy with how it turned out eventually. The base is Neocolor 2 with white gesso on top, with a thumb stamp. I'm going to show you how these look like. So they look like this, and you can put it over your finger and dab in some paint and just dot around. That's the only thing you have to do to get this result. Now the little flies or insects I'm going to try and make it look a bit normal. Refocus. Okay, the insects have some, I don't know how it's called exactly, iridescent paint on top. It's hardly visible. They have a light blue color, but if you hold it on the right angle, there's a lot going on coloring wise. And also the spider web stickles all the way. And then the black, all the black small leaves are jelly roll. And it was super nice to work on, and I'm also quite satisfied with how the feathers are looking. So yeah, another finished project that made my month quite happy. Now I'm going to put this there because otherwise it will be falling. Then I've grabbed the Pop Manga Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures coloring book by Camilla Derrico, and I did 2 this month, but I'm going to show this one first because this one was the first one I did. Also very happy with how she turned out. She's already on Instagram. Painted the background with acrylic paint and with the finger stamps dotted around with the same acrylic paint and with the white gesso to make it a bit, yeah, how do you call it? I can't think of the word. The white stuff on top of some waves on the sea. Yeah, I can't think of the word. Anyway, that's how it has to be seen. The fish are done with Arteza watercolor, just small pans. And then I went on top with, I think Prismacolors. And on the fish I also used these 3D paint things. Yeah, it's a bit visible here. It's a bit thicker, but it doesn't annoy that I've used it on this page. Also some stickles and some Pentel hybrid on the fish and some glossy on her lips. The hair is done with, and the skin with Holbein pencils. And it isn't annoying that I've used the 3D stickles or the glue, because the other page was already done. And then the second one that I can show you from this book is this one, and I'm super proud with how she turned out as well. Now I always, 99% of my colorings I start with my background, and I started with this background already, and then I decided to color in her face. I've used my Derwent Colorsoft pencils, and she turned out a bit oriental looking. She doesn't have, in comparison to the lady next to her, a pinkish skin tone, but more an Asian one. And I thought, oh yeah, okay, I can use black for the hair and red for the rest of the details. And so, yeah, and her color of her face really matches the background as well. It's yeah, I always have the best ideas, or I get the most creative ideas when I first do my background, then do the face, and then whoop, I'm gone. So a lot of glitter going on here as well, and some glossy. I've used gold paint. I'm going to take, whoops. No, not gold, yeah, gold paint, but also the gold body thing for a vaguely shade here on the, yeah, how do you call it? A small clot above the shiny things. And so the bottom is also glittery. That's again jelly roll, and of course all the little circles are stickles. And then I will show you. I'm so proud of her hair. I have to show it from close up. Which pencils did I use for her hair? I think the luminance ones. Yeah, she also has some glossy on her lips. So they are totally different, but I really like how they are neighbors to each other. Very, very happy with these two sweet ladies. And then the last picture that I will be showing, that is completed, is one from Sagar og Sagnar by Emily Leidholm Aalberg. And I wanted to do a wintry page, a bit Christmas themed, and I've decided to do this one. And I started with the background, then decided to color in the mushrooms first using Derwent Inktense. And whoa, I thought by myself, what have I done? Such bright colors, and I wanted to give it a wintry look. But then I decided to make all the downside quite poppy and fantasy, and do the mousse a bit wintry with ice cold colors. And I'm super happy with how it turned out. So I'm going to lift it up. So glossy going on, stickles going on. The mousse has a lot of glitter, gel pen going on. But I'm in love with how it turned out. I'm super happy with his thing. I don't know how it's called in English, I'm sorry. But also happy with his fur. Although I'm not too fond of the product I've used for it, as far as I have tested it out. I'm going to take a look. Yes, it's over here. I bought myself this white watercolor ink, but I I regret it a little bit. I don't know if it's quite visible on camera, but in real, it's not quite. It's not white. It's more grayish. It's possible that it's because of the watercolor background. I've used Derwent Inktense as a background as well. But on the other hand, he doesn't look fake. I like how the little hairs turned out on his body and on his little nosy here. So, and I've discovered, thanks to watching some YouTube videos, the fun of contouring some of the black lines. I've ordered myself Artistro markers. They will be delivered today. Yay! To go to start working more and more by covering the black lines. But for these leaves, I have used some chalk markers. We'll show you one. So this is how it looks like. It's just mentioning chalk marker. I hope I can show you the tip because it's very small, as you can see, very, very small. And unfortunately the color isn't mentioned on top, but yeah, nothing to do about that. They're super cheap. They come in a package of 5 and they cost 99 cents, of course, off by Action. And I have my sortie book, so I can show you the colors there they come in. So these are all the chalk markers, all the colors. So quite poppy pink, poppy yellow. That's what I have used to contour this one. And I really like them. They really cover up the black lines very well, but they're more suitable for the finer details, I think, for the black lines in, for instance, Hannah Carlson coloring books. I think the ones that I've ordered and that will be delivered today will be more suitable. I will try them out. I've seen some recommendation videos by some French colorists, and I really was convinced that I wanted to try them out. So I will be having fun with those. And in the future, I hope they will be coming one of these days. I also have ordered 3 new coloring books by or at the Book Depository, because they had a good sale going on, and the books that I've ordered there were for a better price than on Amazon, so that's why I've chosen the Book Depository again. And previously I got a mail of them talking about the EU postage services now that are now in order. Before the Brexit, everything went without a problem towards Belgium, but after the Brexit, and now with some special features for international shipping, a seller must add VAT to their bill and then some other stuff. It's a bit technical, so but Book Depository reassured that the price you are paying at checkout is the final price and that you can't have any extra fees or taxes. So I was relieved, and that's why I've ordered 3 books by them or at them. I'm not going to tell yet which ones they are, but I'm really looking forward to them, and I will be showing them in a future haul video. I hope I have the time soon to do a haul video, then I can show you the Artistro markers as well, for the people who want to start covering black lines as well and are looking for a cheaper alternative than the Posca pens, because they are also acrylic based. Then I really hope that I can have a nice video up showing you how the colors are, how they work. But the things that I have seen in the French videos, it's top notch. Oh, and I also have ordered the white markers, the acrylic markers. So really looking forward to try these out as well. So, and that was it. It's almost 35 minutes of filming. That has been quite a long time ago that I've reached such a long video. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'm really hoping to be able to show in December a lot of new colorings as well. I'm very motivated in coloring again. Yeah, I don't know what's gotten into me, but at once I was really hooked again, and I think it's for the best that I haven't forced myself in the past year for working on pages that I wasn't feeling, and if I didn't want to color, that I didn't do it anyway, because yeah, it's an opposite feeling that you are creating. So I'm really happy that I gave myself the time, and now it's super lovely to rediscover all my materials again, and yeah, and discovering new materials on Amazon as well. Oh, help me. I'm going to try and sit down on my hands and not buy too much, because it's so tempting always. So okay, I'm going to wish you all a very nice day. Enjoy your colorings. I hope I will see you soon on the next video. Please give this video a thumbs up, because it really helps to let other people that doesn't know my channel already discover it, and the more the merrier. I really like all my subscribers. I always try to answer the messages in the comments. I really like those, and it's super fun to have a lovely audience. So thank you very much, every one of you, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.